Trash Podcast. We did miss a week last week, and that was my fault.
Completely
And totally, and I take full blame for it.
We had a lot of fans write in asking, where's the podcast?
Oh.
I got a message from my mom.
Oh.
You know, she was wondering where it was. And, yeah.
No, I didn't. No one wrote in to me. I was kidding.
No.
But people do say, like, oh, I've been listening to your podcast. So.
Yeah. We average maybe 200 a week.
That's awesome.
You know, it depends.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, a decent percentage of those are in the United Kingdom. Just some people we know from Shamrock.
So this is an international podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I feel honored to be here then.
That's what we're glad to have you. So we have Elaine with us. Elaine Wilson-Reddy.
Wilson-Reddy. Uh-huh.
Yes. And she's running for the 54th District Representative. I know I'm mad.
State rep.
State rep. Mm-hmm.
House of Representatives for Kentucky.
Absolutely. And we're big fans.
Thank you.
We're big fans.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to
Absolutely.
be here, and I have a buddy here, so that's really nice.
Yes, Callie. Callie
sweet girl.
loves the attention.
Yeah. That's okay. I love to give it, so we're going to be just fine.
I don't know a lot about you personally. Where are you from originally?
Yeah, I grew up in Macon, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
And we lived in this same house my entire life, which is just really odd because most people I know move.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, we never moved, and I was so disappointed that we never moved.
All right, you want that change. Everybody else is getting.
Yeah. I went to Berry College in Northwest Georgia. I went there for my undergrad. Got a degree in music education.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then got married later, and we moved around. We lived in Arizona for a little while. We lived outside.
Very cold there.
Yeah, it was freezing in that desert. Yes, and then we lived in Charleston, South Carolina, which is where we were before we came back to Kentucky. And I've lived here since '93.
Oh, so okay,
Yeah,
quite a while.
Yeah, but I taught band, middle school, high school band for 16 years, and then I did all sorts of nonprofit administration, fundraising, went to law school.
Oh, wow, okay.
Founded a nonprofit here in our community, the Gladys Project. I don't know if you've heard of that.
You know what? The company I work for, they donate money to different civic organizations every year, and the Gladys Project was one of them. And a lady came to collect the check, and I cannot remember her
Amy
name.
Atkins?
That sounds
Possibly.
right.
She's the executive director.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There was everybody that got money. They were invited to come, and not all of them could come. But Gladys Project.
Oh, good.
represented.
Oh,
So
good.
that was
Thank
nice.
you. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So now I'm running for public office, which I've never done. It's a really interesting experience. It's been good so far.
I was gonna say it's probably really easy, no stress.
Yeah, you know.
Just like
You're not reading anything bad about yourself on the internet.
No. Well, actually, I probably should knock on wood. Everything so far has been really good. I've met a lot of amazing people. Now, it is October, and we're getting down to the finish line.
Yep,
So,
1 month.
you know, we'll see what happens between now and Election Day. I think the general public, I think they're just really, really tired of the ugly.
Of course.
You know, I think they're tired of all the fighting and the infighting, and are just ready for something just calm and sane and common sense.
I agree. Do you think there's a difference between the reality we see and then what we see on social media?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree.
yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah. You know, social media is about the clicks. It's about the sensationalism, and I was watching something on. We were streaming some news service last night, and the anchor, she had two people on, and one was a lady who is going to be a poll worker for a precinct somewhere in the country. I'm not even sure what state she's from. And they were talking about how, you know, there have been threats of violence possibly at these, you know, polls and that kind of thing. And the anchor asked this lady, you know, if she had gotten any kind of reaction about people, knowing that she's going to work the polls. And she said, well, I've gotten a lot of emails from people that I don't know, and they've been really supportive. And the anchor said, well, I kind of hate to ask, but have you gotten anything negative? And the lady said, I really haven't. And I mean, you could almost see how upset and disappointed the anchor was
Like,
that they didn't have
Like
something
for the show.
ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, it just,
I think a lot of it online, sometimes the conversations are really manufactured.
yeah.
Somehow some talking point gets off the ground. I was talking to a gentleman last night about, I was talking to him about like book banning and stuff in libraries and how online that's talked about so much that's happening. And I'm sure it's definitely happening in places, but here locally, I've been a librarian 9 years at the high school and 7 years in elementary school. And all that time, I've had two kind of issues with, censorship and
And they both came from me, by the way.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
No, one was from a parent, and we followed the proper procedures, and nothing ever came of it. And another was from some random person that wrote something to the newspaper to try to stir up stuff. So I think a lot of it is manufactured.
Yes.
And it would be really nice if we could get away from that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is adults behaving badly
Yeah.
when our younger people really have it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really do. They're going to save us from ourselves.
I hope.
They are. Even your 15-year-old son.
Well, and I know a lot of really great teenagers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me
Yeah.
too scared.
She needs attention. Sorry about that. This is probably the most disjointed interview you've ever had.
That's what Kevin does when he needs attention too. So I'm used to it.
Screams
Yeah.
in the
Hey.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, much more calm.
Oh.
Here we go. Oh. Sorry. I'll be sued now. Yeah.
By our dog.
She's like, oh, how dare you?
Yeah, there's a liability issue there. Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah.
We're fully bonded and
Yeah.
insured.
Call Morgan and Morgan.
Yeah. Yeah, one of them I was going to ask if you encountered any hostilities, and it doesn't sound like that's been the case.
I haven't. I was down in Liberty a couple of days ago, and everybody has. Anytime you say, "Oh, you have to go to Casey County," and everybody I've met has been really nice, and maybe they don't agree with me, but they haven't. They haven't been rude. They haven't
that's
been
good.
ugly,
That's good.
and have mostly just been really nice people, which is what I think most of us are.
Yeah. A lot of people I work with are from Casey County. They're a little weird, but they're all right. No, I'm kidding. A couple of them listen to this too, so Herb, you're weird. No, Herb's not. Herb's a great guy. But yeah, I guess that is unique. You probably have to do different methodologies, maybe between Boyle County and Casey County. I don't know if that's maybe not.
And, well, more people know me here.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
so I have to get myself known in Casey County. You know,
Yeah.
who is it that I need to talk to that can help introduce me to other people that I need to talk to?
That's true.
I was in the Apple Festival parade last Friday night, and I had so much fun in that parade.
Yeah.
I was in the back of Kevin's truck, and the people were just right up on the side of the streets, and I could talk to them and wave to them and make comments, and they were just really nice and
Okay.
waved and clapped and didn't have a clue who I was, but I think just appreciated that I'd smile and wave and talk to them. And,
Yeah.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah,
Just-
that's true.
You're in somebody's home, be hospitable.
Well, and two, just maybe seeing your name on the side of the truck in the parade, if they go to vote,
Yeah.
they're going to say, "Oh, I remember that now. Oh, she was nice." Because I think a lot of people aren't informed enough to vote on issues.
Yes.
Just a lot of people aren't. If you're not in that thinking about it all the time, I think about it far too much. I think
No.
a lot of people just aren't super informed, and so if you recognize a name and have a positive experience with that name, then that can go a long way.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the last election, Lydia, she was right in those. So that made it even tougher.
Well, she was a write-in the first time, and then she actually filed to say, so she ran twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When was she a write-in? Was it
2 times ago. So
Yeah.
4.
18 she was?
Yeah. 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think even as a write-in, she did pretty decent in Casey County, I thought.
Well, yeah, and she's a teacher. She was a teacher in Casey County.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
okay, there you go, yeah.
She taught pretty much everybody who lives there, so they
Okay.
knew her. Yeah.
Good deal. Because I was just looking at the numbers one day, and I was like, she did pretty good for Katy, but I didn't realize she was from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, okay, there you go.
We'll see. You know, as Kevin always says, I know on the day after Election Day how I did. So
That's true.
and you can't know until
That's
Yeah.
true.
the votes are tallied.
That's
so
true.
I'm just going to keep going out there and meeting people and, you know, talk about public education and how important it is and, you know, all my other things that I believe in. And I truly believe that we all have more in common than we do not.
Yeah.
And, you know, if we talk about the things that affect us in our personal lives and leave some of that trigger stuff that, like you said, that, you know, like social media and the media likes to bring up to stir up sensationalism. I think if we can leave that out, but talk about the things that affect us when we sit down to our kitchen table, we really pretty much all feel the same way.
Yeah, we all want the same thing.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Now, you said that you taught band. Where did you do that?
Oh, gosh. Well, I was a little bit of a gypsy. My very first year of teaching, I went back to the school where I was a student in Macon, Georgia. I don't recommend doing that.
No.
That lasted a year.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I taught in Goose Creek, South Carolina for
Okay.
6 years. It was a lot of fun. And then we moved to Kentucky, and I taught in Garrett County.
Okay.
I taught here in Danville for 4 years.
Okay.
And my last teaching job was in Grant County
Okay.
in northern Kentucky.
Yeah. Okay. So you taught band at Danville High School? Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
at the middle school and at the high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
What years was that?
I was there from 97 to 2001.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or 96. I never can remember what that beginning year. I was there 4 years, so however that works
Gotcha.
out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you teach in the school you went to.
I do. So
Do you have some of your former teachers as colleagues now?
a couple. I mean, I've been teaching 22 years now, so I'm a little out. but-
Grizzled.
But no, there's a couple that, you know, an English teacher I had is there, and some teachers I didn't have but were there when I was there. And so it is a different environment when you've been there the whole time. I don't know, but
Well, that was my very first job out of college.
yeah.
And so
it would be hard to
and,
be 22,
you know, that first
23
year,
years old.
oh
You're
my
a baby
gosh,
coming in.
Yes.
Yeah.
You think you know all the things, and then the older you get, the realize
Oh,
you
yeah.
know nothing.
Yeah, I taught fifth grade my
Yeah.
first year, and if any of you guys are listening, I really had a good time with you, but
But they can't spell. They can't spell. They can't. They don't. They can't do simple subtraction.
Your fifth grade English education was what it should be.
They learned good word.
They're sweet kids, and we read some good books together. But man,
Well, good.
They learned from reading the books, though.
I hope
They
so.
did. Yeah. That first year, it's scary that they just put us out there.
yeah. Well, and now the laws have changed where they're even less prepared
Yes.
because they need teachers so badly that you know, a lot of teachers don't even have that semester of student teaching.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine just being thrown into a classroom without that experience.
No,
But-
golly.
But
That would be
I feel
nuts.
like I was suited for it, so I wasn't terrible. You know, I feel like being a teacher was what I was supposed
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
But we have some every now and then that get into it and realize, oh, this is not what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So goodbye.
It's how we made all our money, all our riches. That's how we-
Yes,
that
we-
public
Yes.
education money.
Yes. You know,
Unbelievable.
I made so much money as a band director that's why I quit teaching. I
You'd
just
have
had
to.
all the money.
It's
and what am I
like-
going to do with all this?
It's crazy how it just rolls
Oh,
in.
golly.
Rolls in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's not terrible, but I don't know. To have 2 master's degrees, sometimes I think, I could have a little bit more if I'd picked something else.
I went to college for a few classes at night, so there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Public schools are just really. I don't know when the shift happened that teachers and nurses became vilified and were no longer heroes. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that flip happened. I'd say 98% of the people out there who can read and write and do basic math learned from a teacher
Learned
and
from a
probably
teacher.
public education.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I've always been a huge proponent of public ed, and I
Yeah.
think we're lucky in our communities. We've got good
Oh,
schools.
yes.
We really
yes,
do.
absolutely. Yeah.
So what you're saying is we're all for tax money at charter schools? Is that what we're going for?
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Did my head just explode?
No.
It kind of felt like the top of my brain just came out of my skull.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. I think sometimes that's presented in a package that makes it look like it would be appealing.
But
When it's
it's not.
not.
It
Like,
is.
it's just a terrible plan
It
because
is.
there's no oversight.
Yeah,
And when there's no oversight, you don't know what the curriculum is.
well, and the money's going out of state. And I think what a lot of people don't really understand is that the money that is removed from public education to go to charter schools impacts every student in the state because that's less money that all districts will have
sure.
for the public schools. And right now, the way the bill is written, they're doing preliminary charter school in Northern Kentucky. They're doing one in Jefferson County. And there's a minimum population that a school district has to have in order to have a charter school. But using public funds for what is technically a private endeavor.
Right.
So I went to law school, and I took education law, and there's a 3-point test you're supposed to pass, right? And this does not pass the test. So I'm not really sure how it's even constitutionally legal. So we'll see what happens.
What does a Kentucky rep even get paid? I don't even know.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I know that the legislature, the General Assembly, voted itself a raise for this upcoming legislative
yes, I did see
term,
that. Yes.
Which I don't. The priority is just out
Is
of
out of
whack. It
Yeah.
just really is. So I don't know.
I guess it's like a per diem, and that per diem adds up to X number of dollars.
Probably. Yeah. I have never looked
Well,
into
hopefully
it.
you find
I don't know.
out.
Well, I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I sure hope so. I think I have a lot that I can give, and I feel like I have a unique perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, from a fundraising standpoint, is the Democratic Party kicking in some green at all, or are they?
The state party hasn't.
Oh, really?
The local Boyle County party made a donation, and the Casey County party, the
Okay. Well,
local
cool.
Democratic party, made a donation. So, that's always appreciative.
Oh, sure.
And I've gotten endorsements from a handful of groups that have also, given me funds, but the bulk of the money does come from individuals.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Your opponent probably gets PAC money, I would imagine, or funds from out of state, even.
Probably.
I would guess.
And all of that is public record.
Yeah, you can probably look
you
online
can
and
you
see.
can look at it at somewhere on Kentucky.gov voter or something or other, and I have looked at it. I also know that the information that you see online is only as accurate as the person who reports it.
That's true. Yeah.
And so if you go and look at mine, you will see that my treasurer and I are very dedicated to making sure everybody knows to the last penny.
Yeah.
What funds are there or aren't there, since it's October and it's getting
Yeah.
getting that way. Money helps. It just
Yeah.
does. It really.
Well, it buys the ads. It buys the
it
public
buys the
marketing.
ads and the signs and yeah.
What do signs cost? I don't even know.
So I bought 200 signs from a union printing shop because
Gotcha.
that's important to me to support union workers. And I want to say that I paid $1,300.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So they're not cheap then.
they're not. They're
Wow.
not. And when you go to a union shop, you are going to pay a little bit more, but you're supporting something bigger than just getting your signs printed.
Yeah. True. We're a union place where I work. I'm not in part of the union bargaining unit, but I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Especially now, wages have gotten so crazy with, CEOs and the shareholders bringing in so much money, and folks are still working for what, $7.25? And I know that
that's the minimum wage.
Yeah, I know
Legally.
that there are places that pay $10, $12, $15 an hour, but a living wage right now in our economy is $26 an hour. We call it a living wage, and it's based on back when minimum wage was first used or brought in, and back then it was $3 an hour.
I think mine
like
was
that.
first time I got a job. It was $3.70 or $3.25. Maybe
Yeah.
$3.25.
Yeah.
That would have been 1989.
Well, in 1995, it was $4.25.
I did get a raise.
Winn Dixie paid $6.
$6.
Was Winn Dixie a union?
Well, I was 16, so
So
I
you
don't
may not be.
remember.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, because I know Kroger is. Kroger's
Okay.
a union. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
But Winn Dixie paid $6 an hour.
First factory job I got was in Harrodsburg, and I was 18 years old, and it was $6.60 an hour, and I thought I was so rich.
Rolling in the dough, man.
I was like, you mean I'm going to make $14,000-$15,000
But I will-
a year?
Mm.
Nice.
That year, I was making $6 as a kid. the gas was the year that gas was like 82 cents or something. That was the first year I could drive, and the gas was insane cheap. It was so great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
But yeah, my son, he works at Guadalajara, and he makes $9 an hour.
Yeah, at 15.
At 15.
Oh.
But he's not asking me for money anymore. It's really
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he was a grown man with an apartment and a car and all this stuff, there's no way he could live on that.
No.
I mean, like,
Impossible.
he's getting to go to the movies with his friends right now and buy some stuff off Amazon every now and then, but there's no way he could live.
Every now and then. I think they come like every other day.
But there's no way he could live. There's just no way.
Yeah.
Well, I heard somebody the other day, they were talking about how they can't get people to work in a restaurant, and the comment was made, well, people just don't want to work.
Yeah,
and
I don't buy that.
And I think that what a lot of people who are fortunate enough to have jobs where they can afford to buy groceries and get gas and that kind of thing, I don't think that they understand that there are some people who are literally working 2 and 3 jobs, and they're all part-time. Mm-hmm. So they have to work that many hours to be able to live and pay their bills and do the things, and they have no benefits.
Yeah,
because they're all part-time jobs.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's not necessarily that people don't want to work, but if you have children and you have to pay for child care,
childcare's
are you making
astronomical.
enough to
Right.
pay for the child
Absolutely.
care? Are you working to pay for child care? So then,
Why bother?
yeah. So it's a conundrum. It really is. And I think that a lot of the systems that we have in place, even though they may not necessarily specifically be designed to keep people down, they're really hard to break out of once you're in the system.
Absolutely.
Really, really hard. And it's generational.
Yeah.
You know, it's older people saying the
These
young kids
are-
don't want to work.
yeah.
And golly, I can remember when I was a kid and my parents would say, turn that music down.
Mm-hmm.
And now
I still get told that
when
myself. But sorry.
Yeah. Now
when
I'm
I
like,
hear
oh,
what
it's
young
so
people listen
loud.
to, I'm like, oh my God, turn that down. What's happened to me?
I'm trying to drive. I'm trying to read street signs. Turn that down.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? They're okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, you look at successful businesses. We ate at Copper and Oak today for brunch.
Yeah.
They have plenty of workers. I don't know what they pay them, but they probably pay them a little better than some other places. And they don't seem to be hurting for people.
I bet that they are treated pretty well. I've noticed at places like Copper and Oak, and we had lunch at Huddle House yesterday because we clearly have a different budget than the Taylor household.
We had a gift card. We did have a gift card. We did have a gift card.
But, you know,
Teacher money. Don't forget teacher money.
Yeah. We have a gift card.
Yeah.
the Huddle House, there are people who've been working there for years. Mm-hmm. And you don't stay in a place where people don't treat you well.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know? And so sometimes being treated right and with respect and dignity
Yeah.
will make up for maybe not making as much money
Sure.
as perhaps you would like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And people say, I can't keep anybody. I'm like, well,
how do you treat
maybe you suck.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I don't know. Coffee.
Dog hair in your mouth.
Probably. I've probably eaten so much dog hair in
Got
the
a
last
fur
5
ball.
years. It's unbelievable. That's weight. It's not food and calories. It's
Dog hair?
Dog hair,
Sure.
Nice.
which is grosser
I
for some
believe
reason.
you. I
Yeah.
believe you.
You know any cool gossip?
Oh, probably nothing that I can tell you.
Oh,
on-
so
but
she
you
does.
know.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
That's good enough. Hey, can we pause the camera? Producer.
That's nice that you know something.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Well, good.
Nice.
Good deal. All right. What kind of stuff do you, I don't have this in here, but what kind of stuff do you like to do hobby-wise?
I have just started teaching myself how to paint.
Like art
Paint.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. And it has been really amazing. When I was in high school, I always wanted to take art classes. Mm-hmm. I went to a gigantic high school, and I
bet.
just couldn't go into an art class because they were always full, and so I just took all music classes. And so all my life, I've just always thought, well, I didn't have that class, so I can't really create art because I don't know how. And I don't know. This past spring, I just needed something to do, and I sat down. Kevin kept some stuff around the house, and I just sat down and just started messing around on a sketchbook. And I was like, oh, I can draw flowers.
Oh, cool.
So that's what I do. And actually, that's what I was doing before I came here. I was just had some time to kill, and it's really peaceful for me
Yeah.
to just sit and I get out of my head.
Yeah.
You know, when
Get
I'm
focused
sitting
on
there
that
doing
task
it.
at hand and
Yeah.
the painting. Yeah, that's cool.
So my favorite thing to do is watercolors, and I like to paint watercolor cards to give to people.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a lot of fun.
I was thinking about becoming a nude model. Just throwing that out there.
Oh my god!
If you need some abstract
she
art.
said she paints flowers. Like we don't.
Yeah, that's true. Never mind. I'm sorry.
We could do a like a cubism type thing with different flowers that
Yeah.
I'm thinking of
Strategically placed.
Picasso's Blue Lady,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Chuck's
Fat guy on Middlebrook.
Yeah, they might be able
Husky.
to use you at the art center.
yeah,
they do that, don't they?
they do, yeah.
You-
I mean, they're probably used to painting people in great shape.
know.
I mean, come on.
I would say.
I got some curves that'd be like,
I don't
"Ugh,
know.
is that supposed
You'd
to
be
be like
like-
that? All right.
This is
Yeah,
reminding
but-
me of that Will Ferrell guy on SNL. He was like the homeless guy that would do it.
Oh, yeah,
He would
yeah.
come in and be like, ugh.
Like throw up and like, "Ugh." Yeah.
Sorry that's what it's reminding me of.
Yeah. Well, thank
Darling.
you. Wow.
Oh, nice.
Got a great marriage.
Well, you could
Elaine.
be like those great Baroque,
Oh,
back,
the
back in the
Rubenesque.
day when they
Yes.
painted real people.
He's healthy.
Yes. I did have the poutine today at Copper and Oak as well.
We did.
The diet gravy. So,
Yes.
you know,
Well, then you did well.
I did well.
Yes.
We used the whole
yes.
gift card too.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Kevin and I were watching some series on TV the other night, and I said, I appreciate how realistic all these people are. The women all have flat bellies.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
very, very thin. The men all have six packs. And
Oh, at
Yeah, that's
least.
why I
know,
like to
like-
watch British television because the actors just
They're regular
honestly
folk.
Look
just look
normal.
like regular people.
Really, yeah.
Missing a
Like-
tooth? They're a great actor. Who cares?
Like your
You know?
hair's sticking up a little bit, but like you just go on with it, and I like it. I
yeah.
like it.
Okay.
'Cause
I'm going to have to do that
American
then.
TV, everybody is just this unattainable look
Yes.
about them.
Yes.
But like the Great British Baking Show,
Uh-huh,
their
Great show.
contestants will just look like. I mean, there'll be like some beautiful young lady on there too, but just regular folks with, like a sweater that's kind of ill-fitting.
You mean like this?
Well, or like this.
This T-shirt I've had for 19 years.
Or their hair's kind of messy or whatever, and they just go with it. Nobody's like
I love that.
making them try to look like Hollywood.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. Well, thank you, Elaine, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it so much. It's good to get to know you. You got a couple of votes coming your way
Thank
this
you.
November.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for the shirt too. I'll definitely wear that around.
Yeah, great. Thanks. Yeah. Larry Weathers, whose family is from here, is my campaign manager
Good,
and did my all my graphics and everything. So he's pretty amazing.
Yeah. After, you mentioned him last week, and I looked on his website,
Uh-huh.
and he's got some pretty top-notch stuff going on there.
Yeah, he has saved me. He's amazing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does.
I do not. So.
Well, I think he probably started in the I don't know what I'm doing
Yeah.
area.
But
as well.
I'm 50 this year. So,
You should have started sooner.
Listen,
that's true.
I
You're
That's
good.
true.
You're good.
I went to law school when I was 50.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, cool.
don't. Yeah, you're just starting.
All right.
You're just starting.
Look at that.
Well, if your campaign manager needs somebody to carry his bag for him, or I can do that.
I'll let him know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good at carrying bags. Well, give Kevin our best.
Yeah.
We'll have him back on when at his availability. I'll make myself available whenever he's available.
Okay. All
Since
right.
we ruined him last time.
Well, that's Kevin is such a funny, clever man that I'm kind of glad that mine is going before his.
Oh.
Because I just don't have that same gift of gab
Oh,
that
yours
he
is
has.
great. This has been
and,
great.
And he's
yeah.
he just amazes me all the time with just how quick and
Yeah,
funny
he's
he
like
is.
that.
Yeah.
No.
Mine is much more subtle and deadly.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
Kevin's is.
Are you two related? Or maybe? Are you sisters? Well, thanks, Elaine. Best of luck to you. November
you.
8th.
Thank you.
Everybody get out there.
Get out
And,
there and vote.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, vote.
Support public education.
If you need a ride, call me. I'll give you a
Yes,
ride.
Same.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.